Hope Estate Merlot from Hunter Valley, which is eastern Australia. It's nowhere near South Australia. South Australia being the main, I guess, wine growing region of Australia at the moment. About 99% of wines that you see on retailer shelves in grocery stores, whatever, from southern Australia. This stuff is way east, the most northern wine growing region, like in all of Australia. Really, this is the most northern fine wine growing region in all of Australia. Very cool stuff. 100% estate grown, so they're growing their own grapes, making their own wine. And Michael Hope is actually the guy that owns the winery with his wife, Karen, I think, if you really want to know her name. Michael Hope and his wife. He used to be a pharmacist, and then produced the first vintage of Hope Estate. He's not making the wine, he's got a guy doing that for him, because he's a pharmacist. Decided to get out of pharmacy. He's been doing this since 1997. So this is the 2009. See what else. Hunter Valley. In the New South Wales wine growing region of Australia. It's been New South Wales was the original home of the vine in Australia. 1820 something, 1828, if you really want to, pretty certain. 1828, I think, was when the first vines were introduced to New South Wales region of Australia. So vines have been growing there forever, but obviously he's only been doing this since 1997. Now the cool thing with the Hunter Valley, with it only being 2 hours drive outside of Sydney, they get a lot of wine tourism there. The unfortunate thing is it's an extremely warm wine growing region, so you expect, you know, grapes to ripen extremely quickly, and then the other problem is in the autumn it's extremely wet, so you know you can have problems with rot and this kind of thing. The surprising thing about the Hope Estate is it's not like 17+% alcohol. Alcohol on this is only 13.5%, which is kind of surprising. You know, you personally have kind of gotten used to these, you know, 15, 16, you know, sometimes pushing 17%. I mean, more Shirazes, but Australian wine. So, you know, big up to them for producing a restrained, well, you know, wine that's kind of restrained on the alcohol. Let's get the plum, get the blackberry, almost a like a cocoa kind of flavour to it, like a bitter chocolate. Tannins from the I definitely think there's a good amount of oak there, but it's really kind of well integrated with the fruit component. So there's definitely oak, but it's not like this overwhelming kind of oak monster. I believe they use a combination of French and American oaks, so French oaks more tightly grained, American oaks got a much wider grain. So the kind of balance of the two, if they were just growing with American oak, because it's got a wider grain, you get more oak influence. So thinking about it, I really think that does come across in the wine, so that's good to know. Fairly long finish, and definitely chewy. I'm thinking about lamb, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, obviously steak and those kind of things. Totally fine by itself, but this is kind of surprising that, you know, Hope Estate, 100% estate grown, that they're not kind of doing, you know, like, you know, fair enough to Molly Duca and all these kind of people, but, you know, they're not going for this big, overwhelming, you know, fruit bomby kind of wine. I believe average retail on this is in the teens. I think I picked it up for like 15, 16, thereabouts. So give the Hope Estate grown Merlot a try if you see it around. Cheers.